This show is part of the Thrill Me Podcast Network. Experience more on Facebook and YouTube.
Are you ready, girls and boys? Are you ready to make some noise? Are you ready to lose control? Are you ready to bare your soul? Are you ready to do it right? Can you make it through the night? Have you got what it takes to last? 'Cause life goes quick, better live it fast. So let's get.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition of the Review It Rob Show. I am your host, Review It Rob, coming at you on this awesome event that we have going on called Spooktacular 4, man. Hope everybody out there has been enjoying the event so far, and I'm here to do a special edition of my show, man. If you haven't listened to the Review It Rob Show before, just a quick update of what it is. Basically, it's a guy, myself, being a nerd about movies and mostly talking about movies. I'll sprinkle in some WWE talk in there, or some music talk in there every now and then, but it's mostly, the heart of the show is movies. So movie news, I'll do a review, I'll talk about things that are coming out, all that stuff, man. So what I thought I'd do for the Spooktacular event, my first time here, first ever video for me as well, man. So if it's a little shaky or a little off, sorry. I'm trying to get used to this. I don't do video podcasts yet. Maybe I'll do them in the future, depending on how this turns out and how the response is here, but what I'm going to do on this episode, man, I felt like normally with my show, I have horror news in there because horror is my favorite genre of film, but I always will have DC news or anything else going on movie-wise. Like, there's been a lot of Beverly Hills Cop 4 news going on lately, so I've been having a lot of that in there. But overall, man, I thought that the episode for this Spooktacular event should be all horror, man. So I'm going to give you the latest horror news I found. I'm going to go over the stuff that's hitting streaming this month as well, the month of October, the spooky month, if you will, man. Everybody out there is doing their spooky watch, which is great. I love it. I love when horror is getting recognized. People are paying attention to the horror genre and giving it some love, so that is awesome. I'm glad people are doing that. I watch horror films year-round, so what I like to do during this month is I watch old Halloween Havoc events, man. Just kind of my thing. But I do watch horror movies, of course, as well. I just binge-watched Chucky. Season 1, I love Chucky. You can probably see him behind me right here. Got Chucky stuff all over the place. Funko Pops over there. Doll over there. I love Chucky, man. So I binge-watched that season. Excited for Season 2. That's one of the things you can watch here in October is Season 2 of Chucky is now on USA and Sci-Fi. Not on Peacock yet, but you can watch it on the USA Network and Sci-Fi the day after. The next morning if you want to. So definitely check that out, man. But let's go ahead and go into the news before we talk about stuff that's released in this month, all right? So first bit of news is pretty exciting. We've got a sequel to Trick or Treat finally in the works, apparently. This is something that's been talked about for a while. It's not new news, but it is good to see that stuff is still going on in that camp. According to Trick or Treat director Mike Doherty, he's excited about the possibility of the legendary is excited about the possibility, and they're currently in active development on a sequel to Trick or Treat, man. This is something, like I said, has been something the fans have wanted for a while. The first Trick or Treat film, very well received. It's got its cult following. People watch it year-round. We see the Sam stuff everywhere. We see the Sam stuff in the stores. There's special Funko Pops at Spirit Halloween. And I think the film's even showing in Regal either this week or next week during the Halloween stuff. So go check that out. So yeah, there's a sequel that is very active development right now. Continue to follow the Review It Rob show, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on there when news comes in. Moving over to Blumhouse, they've been releasing a ton of stuff horror-wise. They've got something coming later this month that's a big deal we'll talk about later. But Five Nights at Freddy's, we've finally got an update on that. They've been teasing a Five Nights at Freddy's movie for a while. If you don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, I'm going to try my best to explain it to you. I don't necessarily know what it is. I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. It is a horror video game, horror survival video game, I believe, would be the best way to describe it. It is like Chuck E. Cheese with demonic forces involved, I guess. Basically, at night, the creatures come alive and kill people there. I think you're like a security guard or something along those lines. I'm probably butchering it. Sorry if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. That's awesome. It seems like a fun thing. I never played it, but from what I've seen, it seems like it's a good time. So that being turned into a movie, why not? We just had the Willy's Wonderland movie, which I still need to see. That seemed to be a good thing. So You see this working. Big news here is Jim Henson's Creature Shop will be handling the mascots, creatures of the kid restaurant. And filming looks like it's scheduled for February 2023. So Blumhouse finally gives us an update on that, that they'll be working there. The Blumhouse, of course, has a lot of things going on, as well as the Exorcist remake trilogy that they're working on now. So, or continuation trilogy. They haven't really decided, but they're ending one trilogy and going into another, man. Creepshow. If you're a Creepshow fan, which a lot of people are, Shudder has rewoken my love for Creepshow, gave me my love for Creepshow, actually, because the show on there, which I highly suggest you get Shudder, especially during this time of year, but all year round, man. Shudder is a fantastic service, not that much a month, like $7. Great service. You can watch the Creepshow movie show there. Great show, and now with Creepshow, there is a video game officially on the way. Not many details known right now. It's mostly under wraps with Dread XP, who is behind the making of the game. It says that it will maintain the franchise's anthology format. The game will consist of multiple self-contained horror stories incorporating different gameplay types, genres, and tones, man. So that sounds fun. Can't wait to play that. Hopefully it's on a system I have. I'm very much still in the old system with the PlayStation 4, but it's fine with me because it still works and it's perfectly fine. Let's see. So, spooky season. You can't ever go into spooky season without hearing this song. And the song I'm talking about is Michael Jackson's Thriller. It's one of the most iconic songs in the world from one of the most iconic albums ever that was released in 1982. And we're getting a documentary about the making of the Thriller album. That is coming from Sony Music Entertainment and the estate of Michael Jackson to celebrate the 40th anniversary. Wanted to share that. That is spooky news because Thriller, like I said, is one of those things that everybody listens to around this time. You can't really go anywhere without hearing the song. And that's great because it's a fantastic song, and I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Got no freaking worries about saying that, so I like it. Can't wait to check out this documentary. Michael's got like a kind of a history with horror films. There's the Scream album, which is horror-themed songs that you can check out. And then there is his short films, which Thriller being the obviously big one there, but he's got some short films as well that tapped into the spooky and horror and ghosts and all that stuff, man. So check those out if you get the chance. But that's cool that we're getting a documentary. Let's see. Hocus Pocus 2 was something I reviewed on my most recent... Well, I guess this would be the most recent show that I reviewed, Rob. But the last show I did, I reviewed Hocus Pocus 2 as well as Rob Zombie's Monsters. You can go check that out for my full details. But Hocus Pocus 2 has arrived on Disney Plus and is breaking records already. Is the biggest, most watched movie premiere of all time on Disney Plus. So congratulations to the Sanderson sisters there. Talked about Shudder a moment ago. Shudder is bringing back their Halloween hotline. This is every Friday in October, so this month, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You call in, you get a live representative, and they give you personalized movie recommendations from a Shudder curator by the name of Sam Zimmerman. So if you want to check that out, pretty cool feature right there. If you're into McDonald's, here's some fun news. McDonald's Halloween Happy Meal pails are coming back. You remember those things? Maybe you're not old enough. Maybe you're as old as I am or older. But they used to have like these pails. I had a Casper freaking Meets Wendy one back in the day. Freaking wish I still had that one. But it's like instead of the normal box, McDonald's Happy Meals come in. Is like a pail and they put a top on it and all that stuff. And they're bringing that back, man. It's been rumored for a little bit. And now they are officially bringing it back. You get either McBoo, McPuckin, or McGoblin, returning this Halloween season for a limited time. They return at, of course, participating McDonald's restaurants, and it will be nationwide from October 18th through the 31st while supplies last. So, again, if you're into McDonald's, man, go ahead and search that out. See what you can find, check it into it, and maybe, get some good time. It's a Happy Meal, so you might want to get a couple if you're a fat kid like myself and you need more food than what comes in a Happy Meal. Maybe you want to try to get all three of them. Because there's more than that. I looked at the photo. There's like all three of those that I just named. I'm not even going to try to name them again. All three of them have different like facial reactions on there as well. So there's all kinds of different possibilities for you there. So, again, if you're into McDonald's food, fun times right there. Plus, if you do it before Halloween, you can probably use that bucket to put like some candy in. Maybe. All right, let's. That's the news I got for you there. Jumping into stuff you can watch in the spooky month. So, just mentioned Hocus Pocus 2 and the Monsters. Those already came out. They are the Monsters on Netflix. and Hocus Pocus 2 is on Disney Plus. You can check out both of those if you're looking for more family friendly. I know you're like, what? Rob Zombie's Monsters family friendly? Yes, you can watch that as a family friendly film. Hocus Pocus 2, you can do a double feature with both films. Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus 2, you can do a double feature with the Monsters. I did it, had a good time. But other stuff that is coming out this month to kind of talk about and get you ready to, if you're doing your list of 31 films, you're looking for some new stuff you want to throw in there, I'm going to help you out here. So first thing we got here is Mr. Herring's Phone, releasing October 5th. Mr. Herring's Phone is about Craig, an assistant for the retired Mr. Harrigan. After the elderly man passes away, Craig has no left arm. It's based on a book from Stephen King. Looks interesting from the trailer I've seen, so it could be good there. Hellraiser. There's finally a new Hellraiser film on the way. It will be here October 7th. It is a reboot of the 1987 horror film of the same name. So if you love the Hellraiser franchise, you're getting a new Hellraiser film here with a new Pinhead, and it is hitting Hulu on October 7th. So there you go on that one. I mentioned, kind of teased this earlier with Blumhouse and with the ending of a trilogy. Halloween Ends is also coming this month, October 14th. So that's what, next week. Next week, the end of the trilogy, the Laurie Strode story. It's not a trilogy, it's like the fourth film. The quadruple, blah, whatever. Halloween Ends is being marketed as the final confrontation between Michael Myers and, of course, Laurie Strode. And it will be the conclusion from the reboot trilogy, if you will. So, you're going to check it out, obviously. And the good thing about this, if you're like me and you've been waiting for this, you can go see it in theaters, and then you can come right back home and watch it because it'll be streaming the same day. So, October 14th, you can go to whatever movie theater you want to go to, make sure it's showing it. Watch it there, and you're like, oh man, I want to watch this again. Come home, turn on the Peacock, and watch it there as well because it's streaming same day as it's released in theaters, man. Let's see, we got a movie here called Bitch Ass. Why not? That sounds awesome. That's a metal name, right? When a gang initiation goes awry, 4 would-be gang members are trapped inside a Saw-like house of horrors. There you go. You know, if you like Saw, it's the kind of thing I do in my show. I don't read too much of the synopsis because I don't want to give anything away for people. I cut off trailers while I'm playing them on the show as well normally, so there you go. That should be enough for you to be like, hey, I want to check that out. So there you go. That is releasing October 14th. So you've got The Good Nurse, October 19th and October 26th. Good Nurse crime drama that is on Netflix Chills October. Netflix and Chills October lineup. It has Jessica Chastain, Eddie Redmayne, 2 extremely talented performers. They're in it. Let's see. They investigate a string of mysterious patient deaths. There you go. All right, cool. There you go. The Good Nurse has a limited theatrical release that begins on October 19th, and then it will be on the Netflix on October 26th. Let's see, we got Pray for the Devil. I remember seeing this trailer. I was like, whoa. October 28th, Pray for the Devil. A young nun is allowed to enter the Catholic Church's exorcism training program, which normally doesn't allow women after she shows particular promise. I'm going to leave it there. I mean, you go watch the trailer. It's going to be a good one. October 28th for that one right there. Let's see, what else can I find here for you? Got like a list, man. I want to make sure I took care of you people. So he talked about that one. Deadstream on Shudder, October 6th. So it should be out. The feature directorial debut from husband and wife filmmaking couple Vanessa and Joseph Winter follows a disgraced internet personality who attempts to win back his followers by live streaming one night alone in a haunted house. All right. The Winters channel Sam Raimi in their delightfully gonzo horror comedy full of bloody fluids, gore, and ghostly creatures. Wow. I mean, wow. Go ahead and check that one out. You got Significant Other on Paramount Plus. I saw the trailer for this earlier when I was watching something on Paramount Plus. I'm going to mess his name up. That's another thing I do on my show is butcher names. Makia Monroe stars in this thriller that sees a young couple take a remote backpacking trip through the Pacific Northwest. Those never go well. They face sinister events leading them to realize that everything about the place is not as it seems. So there you go. Significant Other, Paramount Plus. Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus, October 7th. Ulysses Bloodstone's passing leaves the throne open for a new leader of his monstrous hunter guild. His wife has assembled a group of the most ruthless monster slayers at Bloodstone Castle for Hunt to determine the new ruler. This is a Marvel thingy that is on Disney Plus. It does have like a classic look, classic vibe to it. Again, go check out the trailer to see if it's something you're interested in. But you can see where it's trying to pull from the classic Universal Monsters feel of things. Looks like it could be good. Honestly, it's one of the first Marvel things I'm like kind of excited to see. So I can't wait to check that out, and I will review it on the Review of Rob show. Let's see what else we got here. I already talked about Halloween Ends. VHS, if you're into the VHS films, VHS 999 will be on Shudder October 20th. Let's see, anything else here? No. All right, so that's all the stuff to look forward to. And just one more article I found has got all the listings of things that are hitting the streaming services. We've got so many different streaming services in the world now that people are like, man, what's going to be on here? What's going to be on here? What's going to be on there? So I saved the article. If you want to read the whole thing, it is on Fangoria, which if you're a horror fan, you know about Fangoria. Follow their page. They've got this. It came out about 5 days ago. So just roughly going over it real quick. Shudder, again, my favorite streaming service for horror. Check that out. I don't really need to, sell anything here to you. Other than the fact that it's got awesome horror stuff on there. So go check that out. Let's see. Hulu. Hulu's got a bunch of stuff going on. You've got Annabelle Creations, fantastic movie. Antlers. Freaking, I still need to see Antlers. So I'm good to know that's there. Check out Antlers. It's got the Blade trilogy on there. Just trying to pick Evil Dead 2013. I've been dying to see that movie again since I saw it in theaters. I haven't seen it since I saw 2013, apparently. Haven't been able to rent it. Haven't caught it on any streaming services. Boom, there. It's on Hulu. That's awesome. Let's see. Bunch of Godzilla films. The new Hellraiser again. That's going to be there. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The Rocky Horror freaking Picture Show. VHS. VHS 2. VHS whatever. So there you go. If you got Hulu and Shudder, you can watch the whole thing. If I do the Nightmare on Revere Street show again, I can probably do the VHS stuff. So there you go. You got that stuff going on, plus more. Let's see. Peacock got a bunch of stuff going on. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Wild movie. Glad it exists. Buffy the Vampire Slayer from 1992. Arachnophobia. Freaking movie that makes me still check under the toilet before I sit down on it. Too much information, but also, you're welcome. Chucky movies. All of them except for the original Child's Play and the remake of Child's Play because Universal does not own those films. So Peacock has 2, 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and Season 1 of Chucky, all there on Peacock. Season 2 of Chucky will probably show up in December, I would think, after the season's done, just like it did last time. Clown, another movie I need to check out. Dead Silence, good movie. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Halloween Ends, like I said, we'll be debuting there. Insidious Chapter 3. I guess 2 isn't good enough to be there. Jurassic World, because when I think horror, honestly, I do think the Jurassic films are somewhat horror, and they're just not considered horror. Sci-fi, action, adventure, but there's definitely horror in there. If Jaws is a horror movie, Jurassic Park can be a horror movie. Krampus, because why not? Leprechaun, pretty much all the Leprechaun movies. Leprechaun 2, 3, 4, Lost in Space, 5, In the Hood, 6, Back to the Hood, and Leprechaun Origins. Let's see, Pitch Black, Saw, a bunch of Tremors movies, freaking The Visit, Zombieland. Peacock came to play, boy. Peacock is not peacocking around. Netflix, biggest thing to talk about there is Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. Go check out the trailers, bunch of stories. Guillermo del Toro, horror awesomeness there. Let's see, still going on HBO Max, not really nothing to talk about there. New Scooby-Doo thing going on. Alright. Amazon Prime also has Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, Edward Scissorhands, Silence of the Lambs, Shutter Island, good stuff there. Tubi, hodgepodge of stuff. There's a Tubi original film called Titanic 666. I kid you not. I reviewed it. Watch it. It's an interesting time to say the least. I can't believe somebody came up with that idea, but God bless them for it. Poltergeist 2 and 3, Tales from the Dark Side, Terror Train, Vampire in Brooklyn. Those are on Tubi. Let's see. Paramount Plus, man. Paramount Plus. You got The Addams Family, Cursed, The Grudge. It doesn't say which Grudge that is. I don't know if it's the original, the remake, the Japanese version. I don't know. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Jennifer's Body, greatest thing Megan Fox ever did. That's not a shot at Megan Fox, just truth. Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, Shutter Island. Also Tales from the Dark Side, The Woman in Black. There you go. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So there you go, man. Hopefully you heard everything I said there, and you've found some stuff that you can watch and stream for this spooky season, man. But I appreciate you joining into our events for this spooky season, because it's a good spooky time going on and having a lot of fun, man. You know, this is a good time. Happy to be here. Thankful that you've joined the Throw Me Podcast Network and supporting us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your friends, man, because we appreciate the support. We're happy to have you here, and we're going to keep throwing some fun stuff at you. So thank you for joining along, watching me do my first ever video version of the Revealed Rob Show, man. I appreciate you all. Hope you helped you find something new to watch there. Hope you all enjoy everything. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the rest of Spooktacular 4.